to, like, watch other people play. No, nothing. Like, one time there was a group playing and I started watching, and then they started getting, like, really racist and stuff, and I was like, oh, never mind. I don't really want to watch you
It's
guys.
really hit or like I wouldn't even like try to watch anyone. I think the only reason the other one works so well is because they had some better personalities.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were watching a different role or a different D&D group?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it
there's
wasn't
some
role
Just for the
play?
lulz.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a small contingent that
Random ass people.
Actually, on that subject, have you caught up yet, Travis?
I have not. Don't say anything.
Damn
I
it.
will totally DM kill you.
Did you watch 33?
I watched 33.
Oh.
Yeah. So
33
I
was,
saw the
33 is by far the best session.
Yeah, saddest death ever.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yep.
Allison knows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know it very well.
But yeah, I suppose. Well, you're on a commercial right now. Actually, I don't know if that's with me.
Yeah, it's like when anyone loads it.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good point. I should.
Alright.
And that's Twitch. It's not me running them.
Cool. Well, in that case, I think we can start out. So where we last left off, our
recap would be great.
intrepid adventurers had gotten kind of ambushed on the road by a group of very young gray elves. And after kind of tense few minutes of question and answer, Durian, our half-elf bard, managed to wrangle out of them that they were basically robbing people on the road because they had to, or the orcs that had taken over their village would murder their families. So after finding that out, the group decided to pay them 200 gold and agreed to meet them tomorrow on the old road back to their village to try and help them out with the orc issue. And where we last left off, they had departed with the 200 gold, and you guys had continued on rolling toward Elfgard.
And I'm pretty sure that Arthur paid the 200, right?
Yeah.
He
Yes,
did,
he did.
but he said he was taking it out of your wages.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah,
I
I did get that actually.
I don't
He
remember.
said
I
something
definitely-
about working it into the payment.
yeah.
That's why we're gonna get the gold back and give it to him.
Yeah, I think that's
Yep.
what we'll end up doing.
That was your guys' plan. Yes, I believe so.
So we'll figure that when we beat some orcs up.
Yep. Alright, so I assume you guys get back into formation and head on to Elfgard.
Yep, and I guess now would be a good time to tell Arthur what we're planning to do.
Alright, yeah, I mean, you guys are just rolling on the road, and he's pretty quiet, but yeah, so you start talking to him. What do you say?
Well, I think we pretty much fill him into the situation, really, because he's the one who paid the 200 gold, so I think he has the right to know. And,
Well, okay, so you're gonna have to play this out, because
yeah.
what you say to him.
You guys want a what? I thought you were just saying that to get rid of them. You can't be serious. I'm paying you guys to guard me while I'm at the market, to guard all my shit. What the hell?
Well, my friend, we run into the same situation that if we don't do this, on our exit of Elfgard, you may run into the same situation once again. If we go and do this, which should only take 1 day, so all you need to do is hold down the fort for one day in Elfgard. We will get your money back, and we will vanquish the orcs, so we will have no troubles on our way out.
Yeah. Vanquish orcs. How many orcs did they say?
Friend, have you not heard my tales?
Look,
20
I've
orcs cannot
Very
stand
humble.
up to me.
look, I've seen you guys in a fight. You're pretty good, but you almost got beat up by one rock monster. And orcs are a lot bigger than that thing. Like, I've seen orcs. They're
Yeah.
really big.
But orcs aren't
Really.
as physically strong as that rock monster, my friend.
I'm pretty sure 20 of them could dogpile your at. Look, This.
Okay,
What
so
happens if you guys don't come back?
so right now, I'd like to say I guess they're talking, and I'm listening and walking behind, and I'm possibly going to cast a spell.
Okay.
Possibly.
Place yourselves actually. I guess Orin, you're probably talking to him,
Yeah, so
walking along. Pick whatever side you want. I don't.
Yeah, that side looks good.
Okay.
I'm about here.
Okay. So what are you doing exactly, Durian? Okay. Cool. Let's look up that spell real quick. See how. Let's see how that goes.
Well, I like the sound of where this is going without actually knowing that it's going.
I just want to know what you have to do for this. Verbal and somatic. Okay, so you have to speak an incantation and do a hand motion.
Yep. That's,
Okay.
I'm behind, and well, I think I do anything in a chant. I've been kind of playing it like any spell I cast involves some sort of bard-like maneuver. So I'm.
Yeah.
So
These are
I'm
not the choice you're looking for.
I'm chanting a little limerick.
All right, and are you doing like
Can we hear
the spelly motion type thing?
Yeah, as discreetly as I can, but yes.
Okay, as discreetly as you can. Roll a stealth check.
Oh, good.
Ooh, I looked that one up. Good thing I just put some points into it.
Did you really? Because that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I didn't even
I
remember
didn't have a
that.
rank in it before. So that's just a d20 plus the bonus, right?
Yep.
Not
Okay.
very stealthy.
So you start doing your limerick and making moves, and you hear a click from behind you.
Isn't he driving a freaking pony? He can't, like...
I think that was Matt.
I know who it was. Alright, I hear a click behind me. I don't stop.
Oh god.
Okay.
He doesn't know what I'm doing. I'm looking perfectly innocent.
No.
I'm talking.
Well, you're obviously casting a spell.
He just
But-
thinks you're crazy now.
Your spell goes off. So what the hell does this do? Currently being attacked, he can't. By you or your allies, it receives a saving throw. So, blah blah blah. Does not enable you to control, blah blah blah. Never obeys suicidal. Okay, so will save. And can you look up what your DC? Actually, don't bother. Never mind.
You emailed
Okay.
so bad it doesn't matter?
You do your spell. What do you do next?
I break in on Orin's conversation with Arthur. I think Arthur was talking about, you don't know how many orcs there are, and I say, Arthur, I've just, I've done a little scrying on the side right now, and
Wait, what? What's scrying?
I've examined the words that the elves had spoken for truthfulness, and I know that there are in fact fewer than 10 orcs there.
Only.
And
10?
I say this
Well,
loud
why would-
enough, and I didn't look at Matt, and I say I was chanting an incantation, and I happen to know that there are in fact, Orin is right, there are very few orcs there.
Okay.
Oh no! I'll look at him. I'm like, oh nod.
And I say,
Oh.
all we are
Really?
asking is we know that this was an investment you just put down quite higher as a toll than ever anticipated. And we're asking for a day delay to perhaps be able to recollect this reward, this money you paid, as well as perhaps a reward as well. And I think it would be to everybody's benefit, don't you?
I think that's a great idea. Obviously, I'd want to get the 200 gold back. Just one day, I can find someone to hire in town to take your place, help guard me and Matt while we sell our wares. You know, a guard for the day will be pretty cheap. You know, we'll take it out of your pay. It'll probably only be a few silver. I think
Yeah, and
that'll
if
work out
if
pretty
this
well.
goes well, this can help defray some of our costs that have come up on the road.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was paying for you guys for meals and stuff. That was always included in our deal. I wouldn't want to cheat you guys out of that.
Absolutely. I say we hasten to town and rest up. We're going to leave early in the morning, and but I believe that this course of action would be good. Matt, do you have any? Do you think this is okay? Thumbs up, thumbs down.
You look back at Matt, and he's driving the cart, reins in one hand, crossbow kind of leaning on his, foot stand on the other. He's looking at you real suspicious, but he kind of puts it back down. He kind of puts it back down on the floor, and well, you don't expect him to say anything, and he doesn't.
Right.
Does not disappoint that expectation.
I don't know. I speak up and say, well, then it's settled, friend. Well, let's get to Elfgard and see you to your safety to the inn.
Yeah, I'd
Absolutely.
appreciate that. Thanks.
And I reach over and I shake Arthur's hand. I say, I think you've made an excellent choice, Arthur. This benefits
I
everybody.
think so too. You guys have proven really, useful. I just hate to lose you. Obviously you've got your big pay coming at the end of this trip, so don't want to cheat you guys out of anything.
I'd hate to lose me too.
Okay.
And we walk on.
And you guys continue on to the city.
So I had to type that. What the hell?
Basically, that's what it seems like.
These are not the elves you're looking for.
Yeah, as we're walking, I'm gonna slow down to Jury, and I'm like, "What the fuck did you do?" in the whisper, full on, put my arm over him, what the hell did you do?
And I keep walking and I say loud enough, not whispering. I say, Orin, I just read the signs well. It's something that I've been practicing, and I think it will befit us not to inquire too much into the arcane, if you understand. Let's just say I took something out of myself to inquire about what may be going on elsewhere in the world.
Anyway, I'll give a simple nod, okay, but try not to do it too often. I don't feel good about that.
No, I don't feel good about harming myself either, and I wouldn't want anyone else here to come to some harm.
Then, as I let go, I give him a good pat on the back, and
with my only 2 more HP, I stumble a little bit with his now very healthy slap on the back.
Yeah, apparently those 3
Orin
days of
gets
rest is really good.
Orin gets a little over eager with his back patting, He's like a giant dog puppy. He doesn't know his own strength.
Oh, and magic
Okay.
he doesn't have a foot.
So how far are we from Elfgard?
You're actually pretty close. I mean, you guys roll up in the next hour and a half or so.
Okay, right as we're getting near into town, if it's that soon, I say to Arthur, say, why don't we get your horses stabled, and then if I'm gonna pull the fighters out, and perhaps the less you know, the better about what our plans are in terms of plausible deniability. We're gonna pull off and perhaps have a private conference if that is agreeable to you.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we're right here in front of the city. I can see the guards from here. No problem.
No. We'll see you to the inn, but don't take it amiss if we slip away afterwards to powwow a little bit.
All right. Yeah, I'll look at the inn for some guys to hire for tomorrow. Give you fellas and lady your time.
And as he says this, I'm like, you're going to have to give me a couple of moments after that as well. Before that, I wish to do some shopping.
I think we should talk first, and then we'll do some shopping.
Let's get some shoes.
And I look over and I see Amareth is barefoot, and I say, maybe that's a good idea.
Is she actually barefooted?
No.
Yeah, she's got halfling style feet. They're massive and calloused and hairy.
Lovely Amareth.
Yeah.
It is.
But she's got a pretty face, so it balances out to the 12 charisma. Just don't look at her feet.
So
Just
yeah,
ignore it, it's fine.
I guess we take him to the inn and have our little conversation.
Name
All
of
right.
the inn?
Name of the inn. You guys arrive at the Stone Toad.
Oh, what's with
Nice.
these? What's with these injuries about people getting drunk and stoned?
The Stone Toad, not the Stoned Toad.
Stoned.
No D at the end of stone.
And we see a little sign, like a painted sign out front. I'm like, Oren, no, look, they're throwing stones at the toad over there. You can see.
You know what? Never mind.
Public shaming. Public shaming happens in this place.
So that was fun. All right, so I guess we get to the Stone Toad, we see Arthur to his stuff, and we head off to have a little private conversation.
Yeah, I ask
Okay.
everybody up to the room that I take.
I'll follow,
All right.
obviously.
You go up to Durian's room.
And we're alone, right?
You are alone. You close the door, maybe even lock it.
Okay.
So I say,
Go ahead.
thanks, guys. Next time, if I'm messing around with something, Oren, let's just play along with it until I can have a chance to explain myself later, shall we?
Yes, friend. I have a rough idea of what you did, and I'll thank you for it. I'll ask you not to try and do it too often to people. I have.
It is,
Guilty
as I said,
feelings.
I did not lie by saying it is to everyone's benefit that we go on this mission.
Yeah.
Monetarily, we're going to be dragging along fighting God knows what, a dirt beast next time, and I would not want to do this without some perhaps additional remuneration and something perhaps that Arthur can thank us for later rather than take it out of our cut.
Durian,
Alright,
what exactly did you do?
That's a good question, actually. I was going to ask the same thing.
I made Arthur be a little bit more agreeable to the proposal. Of course, that I had to chant a spell, and Matt got really suspicious. I had to play it pretty cool, and I wish, he's still on his guard on me, so I'd appreciate it. He's been good to us, but I would not want something to get in the way of our interests, and I really am looking out for our interests here, I believe.
Well, I
Right.
hope so.
Yes,
We'll
I guess
see.
so.
I mean, the actual fighting, and I look towards Oren's even more bulging muscles, and I say, fighting. I don't know. I don't actually have any idea how the fighting is going to go.
He's just like doing flexes.
So
He
it
does
was,
it to entertain himself,
it was the Mighty Ducks thing. Well,
Is it over here? Or is it over here? What about there?
We are. So I'll say, are there any questions? Do we have any? We do need to plan some.
Oh,
What
I
are our
imagine
thoughts? We have
Plan
directions
it.
to their town. We're gonna have to come up with some sort of plan to perhaps assault the town in secret, or
Well,
for under disguise, I would think.
well, I imagine we try to do it as stealthy as possible during the day, as doing it during the night is just going to be impractical. As we heard from the elves, they have great vision in the dark, so we have
Very
to do
true.
this during the day.
Would I know if orcs do too?
If the orcs have dark vision, or
Yeah.
The
mentioned
elf
it.
dude told us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. Then there's no point in trying to hide at night unless. Well,
yeah, we're
Not
not
that I
going to
know
catch
of.
them by surprise at nighttime. So
and I
I've-
could use a full night of sleep. So otherwise, I propose that we go out again immediately.
I think pretty much we just try and do it as stealthily as possible, try to pick them off. If the worst case scenario happens, I'll be at the front and I'll have you guys support me with bows. One person
I'll be there,
should,
obviously, to be healing.
one person should have to be at the absolute front. And I'm quite confident that's why we should do some shopping. I'm going to pick up a little something to aid us, let's just say.
Kevin,
And I
any
look at my shield, I'm like,
Kevin.
this shield's not going to be big enough for what we need.
As he looks at his huge steel shield that he's wielding.
Yeah, not.
Kevin,
Yeah,
any
this
thoughts?
isn't heavy enough.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna meet them early in the morning tomorrow morning, right?
hmm
So
Mm-hmm.
They'll be up there waiting for
I'm
us.
sure we're gonna be. I'm assuming they'll fill us in like basic layout on the way back to their village, and then
This is true.
take it.
Perhaps they can tell us something that'll help us.
Maybe if they have like, an idea of which side is best to attack from, or they said they have scouts around the perimeters too, like far away from the village. Maybe we should avoid them or take one out. I don't know.
I imagine the ways we'll probably go is once we get out to lay off the village, we'll probably focus on the side that has the families being kept hostage, and we'll try to be as quiet as possible in assassinating the orcs around the area and try and get the family out before we make a lot of noise. Assuming the best case scenario.
So we are meeting Tarius and some of his fellows on the road before we head into town, correct?
Nod.
Mhm.
Okay. Excellent.
Correct.
Okay, well then I say it's late afternoon now. Travis?
Yeah, it's sun's still, it's like just starting to go down.
Okay.
So,
well,
yeah, late
I'm
afternoon.
going
It's
to
time-
excuse myself and quickly, I need to quickly go to
I stop him as he's at the door and I say, also, Arthur will remember making this deal, but he might not be as amenable to it. So I would say we just keep it quiet. He's agreed to it, but if we remind him, he might remember reasons to change his mind at this point. So let's just go about our business. He's going to be hiring someone, and it best left it as is, if you will.
nod and literally go before they close. And I start doing a jog out. And
Okay.
I ask for directions to the closest blacksmith, and I run there.
Okay, you hoof it over to a blacksmith.
He's like, I close in another 4 hours or so.
No, you go in.
Did I actually make it?
Yeah, you get there. There's
Cool.
blacksmith.
Do I-
So once I actually get to the shop, obviously I stop running, and I just casually walk in. I go, good evening, friend.
Oh, hello, sir. How's it going today?
So what am I actually looking at in terms of a shopkeeper? Is he dwarf, he human?
You are looking at something I should roll. 10. Ooh, you are looking at an elf.
An elf.
You're looking at an elven smith.
Cool.
So,
Quite rare.
well, yeah, I still continue my original dialogue of good evening, friend. I'm here looking to purchase a fine shield from you.
Ah, shields. I have a great many. What type of shield are you looking for?
Well, I pull out my medium shield, and I'm like, well,
Freaking camera.
I'm looking for something a little bit bigger than this one. But
Bigger?
Yes.
I see. You're looking for a tower shield then.
Yes, my friend.
I happen to have one here, and he pulls out, says, I only have the one. I'm afraid it might be a bit gaudy for your taste. And he pulls out a rather highly decorated, large wooden shield, painted bright yellow, with the symbol of Palor in orange on the front of it, like blaze orange.
Well, I'll be like, well, friend, I'm in need of a tower shield at the moment, so I will take what you have.
Ah, excellent. Yes, this was a fine tournament shield used by a paladin of Palor. Unfortunately, he took a lance to the neck, so he won't be needing it anymore.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't care if people know about this one. Now, the god in my town, was it Palor? Did I know this, or?
The god you follow is on your character sheet.
Is it?
Yep.
Trying to
Your
think.
deity's on your top right.
Oh, yeah, okay, so it's not the one I know, never mind. And I'll be like, a fine man he must be. I'll take the shield, good sir. How much would it be?
He was. This shield, it's quite well made. I would sell it for 35 gold.
Done, my friend. And I put out
Excellent.
35 gold.
Ah, thank you. And
Yeah.
are you taking your other shield with you, or are you
Yes,
looking to get
friend.
rid of that? You are.
I've been through a great many deals with this shield, my friend. I could not part with it.
I would be loath to give up a fine piece of armor as well.
Yeah.
You have an excellent day, sir.
Now, quickly out of game, do I know ways of, like, recoing shields?
Of what?
Like buying items to, like, darken the shield or make it match my color. Like
You
paint.
could ask someone to paint it,
Color
like a
coordinating.
blacksmith.
I'm just wondering that, though, because I imagine as someone who colors his own armor, probably, always has some minor things with coloring his armor. I'd imagine Oren would know this stuff.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know you actually colored your own armor. I assume you just bought black armor.
I don't fully color it, but when it comes to, like, being in the wild and, like, my own survival stuff, when my armor obviously takes things, I do minor.
You have to
Make
make
it
sure
color.
your base and your rouge and, it's all... Yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah,
there are
I mean,
ways to do it.
You could buy paint from a general store. You could also... a lot of people who make armor and weapons usually have detailing paint with them.
So I'm not going to worry about it for now, but I'm
Okay.
imagining in the future Oren will see to it matches his style.
Yeah, because you're in all black armor and black clothing, and you've got a bright yellow and orange shield.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, it catches the eye.
Yeah, when he has free time, Oren will see to it then. That's all I wanted to know.
Okay. Excellent.
And then I go back to the inn, I guess, afterwards.
All right.
now-
So are you keeping your other shield on you?
Yeah, it'll be like permanently on my back or something.
Okay. All right. So I need to redo this then. Okay, cool. Go ahead.
And yeah, then I head back to the group. That was my
Okay.
errand.
You are back at the group.
Aaron, that's an interesting shield you got there.
Yes, friend, it was sadly the only one they had.
It's very
in the near future,
bright.
I'll see to it goes black.
So we did just discuss being stealthy.
Yeah.
Well, friend, if we're talking about going to be stealthy, black armor does reflect the sun, so it won't matter.
Yeah, but there's a difference between a moving black shape and a bright. It's a blazing
Well,
orange. What?
Blazing
It's
orange.
yellow. It's bright yellow with a blaze orange symbol of Palor right in the middle.
Well, friend, if it makes you feel better, they won't see the shield until I'm actually running at them. I will keep it on my back until...
You're right. When you start
So you'll
running
be a
from
target.
a mile out, they'll start wondering why there's a star reflecting off the hillside there. It's brilliant, Oren. It is brilliant.
I do spot a problem with this.
Like, I'll chuckle and say, well, when the situation calls for it, you'll be thankful that I have the shield, let's just say.
Oh no.
Or perhaps we won't because we'll be caught trying to sneak in. I suppose we'll see.
Anyways,
Okay.
So they should change your name. They should change your name from the Black Knight to the Blooming Nightflower or something like that.
Bright Star. I don't know, so I take it like, if we have nothing else to really say except
Yeah.
follow my shield.
Do you guys have anything else to do? I do want to look at your ammo quick just to make sure. Oren's got 17 arrows, Durian 19 bolts, Caben has 26 arrows, Amareth has 32. God,
Yeah, she
you have
hasn't
a
really
lot of
been
ammo.
going all that much.
Well, I keep
Yeah.
having to heal
Yeah,
someone.
that's true. That's true.
So,
Yeah,
Alright,
She's
yeah.
been a little
Remember,
wary of
not
shooting her
healing
bow
me
with
equals-
those rolls.
I was gonna say,
yeah, right. My
not,
rolls are
not
also
healing me
awful.
equals party wipe in certain situations,
Yeah, just
especially against rock
heal,
golems.
heal.
But
Oh,
Yeah.
potion.
You do?
yeah, you have a. I think you had one of the potions from the loot,
Yeah.
which I apparently know nothing about because I don't think you guys actually told me anything about that crap.
Nope, they
Nope.
never told you about
Never
the
told you.
scrolls or the
Mm.
potions.
You know nothing, bro.
So I'm gonna keep playing dumb and not know anything about it, and I'm gonna go to bed.
I think the day we discussed it was the day you were on guard duty too. So
Yeah. Yeah. Anyone
So
have
I guess I'm going to have a meal or whatever and take out my and play a little pocket change for like an hour or two before I go to bed early.
Okay, you didn't put any points into perform flute skill.
I can still perform it, can't I?
You can try.
Yeah,
Well,
you can
in the
definitely.
sense
You're
that
actually really awful at it.
Let's see how this goes. This sounds
I'm still learning. I'm learning the flute. No, but I like bardic music just lets me play any music. I'm just not particularly good at. Once per day per bard level, a song can use his song or poetics to produce magical effects.
Sure, let me look it up quick.
I just don't think I get a bonus for it.
Bardic music. Da da da. Stay.
Don't suck.
Uses
Yeah.
his song or poetics. So
Which
you
is
could
really
do
loud.
oratory because you know how to perform that. But you couldn't. You could do your oratory, but you couldn't do your flute because you haven't trained that yet.
You'd just be really, really awful at it, and everyone would boo you off stage.
Let me. All these abilities fall under. I think your bardic music is all your stuff like countersong, fascinate, and inspire.
Yeah, I think you're right. Actually, okay, that's fine.
Character sheet. What did I get wrong?
It's just saying it's not taking into consideration of the I only get 2 dex bonus for Tower Shield.
Is let me actually. There's a max dex bonus on the top. Oh, there is. Okay, right. Sorry. So I can reset that quick. Go ahead, Jimmy.
I was just going to so I'll then cancel the flute, but I am going to ask the bartender if he'd mind if I recite a tale or some words for perhaps some coin from the crowd.
By all means. The crowd is tiny.
Perfect. Okay, so
go ahead.
I get up and I go. I stand there quietly, and hopefully, if I'm standing in a somewhat prominent place, people start to sort of glance up and notice me standing kind of in a pose.
I'll
Sure,
turn in my
you-
chair and watch him. 'Cause I
Yep.
didn't go to bed yet, so.
Cool. So you are standing in front of peoples. Small number of peoples. Go ahead.
I'm looking at the ground, thinking, and after a good bit of silence goes by, I look up and I go, "She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts," and I put my arms up, "that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing." And I bow my head.
That was really sad.
I'll give
I like
I'll
it.
give a little clap, even though it was a little sad.
Yeah, no, and I look up to the audience. I say, "I thank you for your indulgence," and I go out.
Nice. Roll 1d20 plus your perform oratory, and I'll give you a +3
Nice.
To raise my cup up.
for Shakespearean.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know that I can make up stories, but I definitely know stuff that I would be able to recite.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm doing, it's +8, +3, you said, right?
Yep.
11. Damn it.
Oh wow. Wow, what's a natural one?
You get a couple head nods, and people look at you a bit sadly. They think you might have lost someone dear to you, and you get a couple condolence pats on the back. And someone buys you a beer. Someone buys you a beer. And
I thank you, and seeing how the audience reacts, I go, thank you. It's nice to share sometimes, friends, but I bid you all good evening. So I go back to the party and sit down and go, damn it, that didn't.
I enjoyed it, Darian. I don't think.
Thank you.
I'll pat him on the back and tell him not all the crowds are the best.
I've charmed crowds to a stony silence and roaring cheers much larger than this. I'm off my game, friends. And I drink my beer. Now actually depressed.
Well, you know, the best thing to do when you're depressed is to drink, so
I'm only
got
having
that
this
going
one.
for you.
The one drink that someone bought for me, I'm drinking that and then going to bed. So if anyone else wants to talk or do anything.
Okay.
I pretty
Anyone
much
else?
gone to bed already, with the exception of me polishing my sword upstairs before I go to bed.
All right, so you're making sure your sword is as shiny and light-catching as the shield. Awesome.
I'm making it clean.
It's really, you're just gonna, like, go in and try and glint everyone with it.
He's trying to protect them. He's trying
It's
to
more
protect
a
the
meditation
blind,
of what's to come.
Not
Okay.
not to
His
not to backtrack
concentration.
too much, but I do ask the party what time they want to meet up in the morning. How early?
That's a good question. We'll have to wake up Arn, obviously, seeing as he already went to sleep. Perhaps the earlier the better.
Yes, I agree.
We
What
said
time is it now, Travis?
It's fairly early. I mean, you guys got in around 5 or so. Orin bought a shield. You guys made fun of him for it for a while. 6, ate some dinner with Arthur, who was rather quiet, and he let you guys know though that he found a guard for 10 silver a day
Excellent.
that he can hire for as long as need be. But he is leaving. He says, I am leaving in 3 days though. If you guys aren't back by the day after tomorrow, I'll start looking for another group.
We will be back.
I certainly hope so.
I mean,
Matt's still looking at you suspiciously, by the way.
we set a time when to meet the what is his name?
Torius.
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 Like when we talked, we had agreed upon some time to meet him, right?
Yeah, it was like in the
You
morning.
did?
It was-
Perhaps we should wake up Arn a little bit earlier so he could maybe do something about this bright shield he has.
Yeah.
So we're not running in there.
There's
Blazing.
There's no time for arts and crafts. We've got a business about us.
Very funny,
All
very
right.
funny.
Cool. So, do you guys do anything else tonight?
Nope.
Okay.
Funny enough, after I polish my clean my one sword, I literally do like it to my entire armor and everything. Like it's Oren's way of like his meditation of preparing for a battle that he knows he's going
All
into.
right. Orin is going about normal hygienic matters. Anyone else?
I go to bed at 8, and I tell them I'm going to try and I'll be up at 4. I need 8 hours sleep, though.
Okay.
I'll just
Anyone
practice
else?
my spells, perhaps give a nice little prayer to Coralon the Rethian, and get ready for bed.
Okay. You give a prayer to Coralon the Rethian. You feel enriched that your god will know you are going to save
Keep me
elves.
safe. Yes,
You-
keep me
yeah,
safe, bro.
You feel he would approve of your actions, saving elves from orcs. That's a very Coralon the Rethian thing to do.
Okay.
Cool. So you all go to bed. And I roll checks. Durian, you get up at the crack of 4 right away, right when you wanted to.
Excellent.
For once, he was a week early.
Yep. You're the first one up.
Weird.
I'm just going to prep my belongings. I don't want to carry all this stuff.
Okay. What are you leaving behind?
Do I need a water skin or trail rations? I mean, I think I can go. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, do I need to carry my full rations and water skin, even though we're planning on being back within a day? Or,
You're
you know.
planning on being back within a day. You could definitely leave those behind. You know, drink up a good amount of fluids before you leave.
Because I'm at 33, and then you throw in crossbow bolts. That's at 34. 435 plus.
Yeah.
You realize you have a strong man next to you. Just
No,
saying.
you're still asleep, but I mean,
I was gonna say you two are in the same room.
you know,
Okay.
no.
No.
Yes, they were.
Save
wait.
on
We'll wait.
price.
We'll wait to see what happens in week 34. Oh.
Lol.
I really hope that wasn't a giveaway because I haven't
No.
seen that yet.
No,
I haven't. You don't
Okay.
even know what I'm talking about.
I got the reference, but it's not a giveaway.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'd like to try to get to 38 pounds quickly, so I'm light.
Okay.
So weapons and
So
armor,
weapons and armor. I assume
Crossbow
you'd
bolts.
want your crossbow bolts.
my oil.
Your oil.
Oil.
Okay, that's pretty light.
I guess
You
I
got
should
rid
take
of
my
the
spell-
scroll case actually because
Yeah,
you
that-
gave that to Amarith.
Right. Spell component pouch. I guess I could take. I should take.
Yeah, you can't cast spells without it. So.
Okay, 2. That's 5. I'm sorry to do this, guys. I'll be trying to be quick. 2, 5. Crossbow at 6, 7, 37 with all that. And I'll take. Can I like empty my water skin except for a pound of it, a pound of weight, like 4-pound water skin?
Well, you don't technically need your bedroll if you haven't done that already.
No, I'm leaving that behind.
Okay, so you're taking weapons, armor, ammo, and the oil, and the empty water skin?
No, like mostly empty, so it's lighter.
You could probably reduce it to 2 pounds. I think that
That
might
last
put
drop
you
of
over.
water is a heavy drop of water.
What are you trying? Are you trying to get down to like no load?
38 is my 38
You're
is my
trying
light
to
load
get out of
max.
encumbrance, basically.
Yeah.
So 33, 30, 33, 35, 35. That would put you at 37, wouldn't it? Oh, spell component and pouch, 39.
Yeah. I want to get down to a
I mean,
pound.
you could. Your empty water skin would maybe be a pound.
Okay. I drink healthily and take an empty water skin, and I put the flint and steel in my
Okay.
pocket. But that's it. That's it. And then I go over
Okay.
to each of the doors and give a knock.
Mhm.
Okay, you give a knock. So you are without your flute, your backpack, bedroll, any food or water, any carrying capacity, your torches. Okay, cool. You're unencumbered
Yes.
and unequipped.
Well.
Yeah.
Not
No, that's
naked.
fine. Cool.
Mhm.
You are not naked. You could go naked. That would bring your weight down.
Yeah.
I would also kill you very quickly. If I
So-
hit you, you'd be a lot quicker if you were naked.
We'll see.
So we all hear a knock, right?
Time for everything.
Knock, knock, knock on someone's door.
Yeah, I knock on each of the doors, I guess. Just
Okay.
like
Yep, everyone's awake.
Alright, so I look at my recently polished armor and my sword, and I like start putting it on bit by bit.
Okay. You
30
are now
minutes later.
Yeah. Everyone is dressed and equipped. What do you do next?
I say, let
We
us.
all have a hearty breakfast before we leave. Give us some energy.
I say we ask the God, I'm blanking on the bartender. Thank you for perhaps some traveling food, but I think we should move and quickly. Our time is limited.
And
Yeah, I mean
actually,
the night bartender is still up, but he agrees to heat you guys some porridge. I mean, he's not the cook. He's like the guy that's the overnight guy.
Right.
So.
I mean, I asked for like bread and some dried fruit.
Yeah.
Or something.
Do you have any?
Yeah, I mean, he can get you basic dried goods.
I also pay for our rooms for an extra 2 nights in advance, so that he doesn't give our rooms to anyone else and say we'll be back.
Maybe
He
that-
tells you that your friend had already paid for them.
Oh, okay, well, never mind then.
Okay.
Cool.
Then, yeah, after we have like a small eat, I assume we head out. We don't dawdle, I assume. I assume we head out there fast.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys head out. Where do you go?
To
Our meeting.
Silas? Is that how you say it?
We're heading back down the road to meet.
Wherever we meet those people.
Yeah, we go off to Tyrant in our prearranged meeting place.
Which was where?
God.
On the road.
It was on the road. Damn it, I can't fool you.
Just a little bit past.
Yep. So you had agreed to meet him basically where he had little ways up from where you guys had met him last time. And
Okay.
you get there. And it's pretty early yet. It's about... I mean, it took you maybe half an hour to get ready.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so it doesn't take too long before you see Terias and the oldest looking of the female elves that was with him last time.
Okay.
And you all pretty quickly notice that Terias is sporting a massive black eye.
So I'm on my guard in terms of like sense motive, I guess. Once we get approach to him to see what.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe I'm thinking maybe there's orcs standing off the side. I'm on my guard a bit. So.
Okay.
And I whisper to the party. I say, be on your guard as we approach.
Friend,
Absolutely.
what's with your eye? What happened?
Okay, yeah, so you ask Terias that, and he walks up and he's like, well, I had, usually the orcs don't let us out several days in a row after we bring back some money, so I had to use a little reverse psychology and tell them that it would be a very bad idea for them to make us go out again, and, hit me in the face and told me to go back out again, so at least orcs are easy to manipulate.
Terias, how many of them are there?
Oh, it's like I said, there were about 20 that came and attacked the city, killed our guards, took us by surprise at the middle of the night. I know the leader sent several off as messengers, but I don't know how many remain. We'll probably have to plan as though there are 18 to 20.
Can we count on any other help besides the two of you?
Just us. They killed all of our warriors when they invaded, and
What about your?
we're all
what
that's
about
left.
What about your younglings? If they see a fight, will they join to our side?
No, I told them to go around and let the villagers know what's going on. So even if we don't receive martial help, villagers should be able to help us, with places to hide, or maybe hide some orc bodies if we can take them out with guerrilla warfare tactics. I'm very new to this, but that seemed the best idea. Plus, I didn't want them in the way. They're very young.
Well, friend, the way I see
curse.
the way I see this, my friend, is we make our best effort to be as quietly as possible and take out orcs silently on the area where your relatives are being captured, and we try and secure them before we go after anyone else.
I don't. Well, here, let me show you this. And he pulls out a map of the city.
Ooh,
Ooh. Girl,
nicely
you fancy.
done. Did you do all this, Travis?
I did this in so much that I stole and modified an existing one. And he pulls this out and he
Just
says,
borrowed it.
just borrowed it a little.
Terias,
And he
you are
says-
great. You are.
And he says, this is the old road that leads from Elfgard to Sylvan, or Silvish. He knows the name of his town. That leads from Elfgard to Silvish. This road is very overgrown, but it's still the easiest way to get into the city. The orcs have set up like a small guard tower, a lookout tower, about halfway down the road around the bend. Luckily, they're idiots, so they set it up around the bend on the Elfgard side, so that you can't see the tower from our village. I believe if we get behind them and take those two out right away, there's usually 2, sometimes 3 guards there. That would thin the numbers very early. Then he kind of...
So wait, Travis, out of game. Where's that
Sure.
tower he's talking about? Is that 6? Right there?
It's... No. It's not on the map. It's like this is the road that leads to Elfgard. See the arrow?
Yeah.
So the tower is around a curve, like halfway down that road, going to Elfgard. Yeah.
And so he said we want to get around that tower somehow.
Yeah,
what you
we
said.
can. I mean, and he kind of explains like there's woods
Okay.
grown up around the entire village as well as around the road. We should be able to sneak through on both sides around the road and take the guards out from behind. I also know that they have patrolling guards around the city, usually 4 at a time during the day, and they'll go just complete circle around the city. So we may want to ambush them, try to take them out as well. They try to change up their routes though, so I'm not sure exactly where they'll be. They're keeping most of our leaders here in the town hall. That's where they have our family as well. There's really no way to invade the city and get there stealthily. It's not on the outskirts or anything. They also have guards here in the temple and at various other spots around the city. Along with the ones patrolling outside, there are men patrolling the main roads.
Alright, Franwell.
What's special about these orcs? How could a pack of 20 orcs take out an entire town? Take out the fighting population of the town.
Well, our village is very small. There were only 170 of us before they arrived, and they killed 15 of our best warriors. A lot of the people still left in the town aren't fighters. They're civilians, merchants, farmers, priests. I really think that Nephany and I may be the best fighters that we have left, such as we are. And he kind of points to the very quiet female elf with him.
Well, Fran, I say we go if you... I'll be like, well, Fran, I say we go with your idea. We'll sneak around the tower, take it out, try and ambush the patrol, and then I say, if you say there's guards at the temple, I say after, assuming we're still hidden, after our 2 other targets are dealt with, we head over to the temple and quietly dispatch the guards in the temple and try and thin their numbers down as much as possible.
Nephany speaks up and she says, the leaders are usually in the town hall, so taking out the ones at the temple would take out the reinforcements. Then again, taking out the leader at the town hall would, cut the head off the snake. That might be enough to kill the body and convince the others to retreat, but then again, it might bring the rest of them crashing down on us.
Which one's the temple?
Yes.
Temple's
Temple's
to
2.
the number 1.
Oh, 2.
Temple is 2.
Oh, the temple is 2. Sorry, town hall is 1.
One is the
Yeah.
meeting hall.
Oh, okay.
I'd rather make sure the reinforcements are dealt with, and then we can cut the head off.
Nephany and Tarius both nod.
Makes sense.
Say it's a sound plan.
I agree with that. Yeah, we should probably go.
I'll leave
The
it to your
wackiest.
good judgment. Caven?
I just said that sounds like a good plan.
Excellent.
I'll be ready with my sword. I'll let you 3 deal with the bows.
And my bow.
And I'll look to the 2 elves, the other 2 elves, Tarius and got really bad names. Lady.
Nephany.
And it's like, are they rocking longbows as well?
It's Stephanie, but with an N instead of an
Yeah,
ST.
Nephany.
Okay.
That's fine. Are they both rocking longbows, or what are they actually armed with?
You see that Nephany has a longbow and a rapier, as well as a buckler, and that Tarius has a long sword and a small shield and a short bow.
Do you guys?
They both have pretty full quivers.
They do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll suggest that Neffany stays with the rest of our elven, rest of my elven party with a bow.
She nods and says, "I'm a better fighter at range."
And me and Trias will take the lead should swords become necessary.
He kind of steels himself and says, "If you're sure."
So like, I will not ask you to fight at the front with me, friend, but simply support me from the rear with your sword.
Oh, he'll support you, all right.
I didn't want to say anything.
I know, I meant to say that like properly, but once again, it comes out wrong.
He's got your back.
Yeah, he's got my back with his sword, basically, if shit hits the fan. And then I'll ask them to lead on and say, let's be done with these foul monsters once and for all.
Okay, so you guys start heading down. So how do you move then? Do you do what they suggested?
Yeah,
Which
we
was
let them
sneak
follow
through the
until they know
woods?
the area.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sneaking
You
through the woods.
you let them.
I'll
lead.
be at the back just to make sure that, like, as the person walking with the heaviest armor, I'll probably make the most noise, so I'll be behind at
Yep.
a safe distance.
Alright, so let's get some drawings going. We have kind of a curve. Okay,
Sorry, guys.
so you guys are heading through the woods.
Something here. That's why.
Yeah, and you guys can pretty easily get pretty close. Alright, so I'm going to say, scale-wise this isn't quite correct, but you're probably 100 feet away in the woods, like right before the curve in the road, and you see a platform with two orcs on top of it.
Okay,
We're looking at that through trees and stuff.
Yeah, you can just barely make it out. It would be very difficult to get a clear shot.
Okay.
So, what do you think we should do? Should we just approach cautiously and then attack from afar? Do a ranged attack on them? Try and shoot them down?
I think what they suggested, what Torias said, right, was he said just go around it, or by it so they don't see it, or did he suggest attacking it first?
Torias speaks up and says, I think we should take them out. They're by themselves. One of them probably has a whistle or a signal horn, but if we can all take shots at him, we can probably take him out and kill the other one.
I'll nod and I'll
Idea.
pull out my short bow and string out.
Best if we take them by surprise, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Torias and Neffany agree. How close do you want to get? Just like to the edge of short bow range? Because short bows are...
Well, it's 60, so...
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I imagine we get within our best firing range while being extremely quiet.
You said this distance was accurate?
No, not accurate. You're 100 feet away at this point.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
we would want to get at least in a short bow. I mean, if it's gonna be like we're gonna be stepping out into a clearing, then no. But if we can get to where it's short bow range, so we could all shoot
Yeah.
at the same time, where we're still in pretty cover, then I think that's what we would do.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys try and sneak up on them.
We-
Can everyone... Oh, go ahead.
Before we do that, can I... Oh, I recommend to the party that we stick parallel to the road a bit further and maybe catch them where they have less of a chance of them seeing us. You know, I assume like over here, there's still tree cover, correct? Up ahead?
Yeah, it's basically everything outside of the road is thick forest. And even the road's getting pretty overgrown with small saplings and stuff. It looks like it hasn't been used in quite some time.
Okay, well, you know what? I don't think my character would have a great battle plan, so I defer to the party.
I let the
Alright.
elves lead on for their best sneaking. Because they know the area. I mean,
Okay.
oh
Cool,
god.
so they-
And there's
they
Neffany
start-
and-
Yeah, Torias and Neffany start sneaking this way to kind of get toward the side, and the elves are deathly quiet. How quiet are you guys? And I need you to roll stealth checks.
Yes.
So what am I
Yes,
rolling?
you do.
And roll with a... I'm going to give you a +5 since you're in the woods.
What's my stealth? Like, do I use
20.
Dex?
Nice.
Oh, mine's normally. a
It's
negative
actually
5.
it's actually a thing on. It's on
Yeah,
yeah.
it's on your skill sheet.
And your dex or your stealth is at -11 because of all
Oh
of the
my
armor and
God.
shields.
I tell him
You're
to
not
go...
gonna.
Oh, never mind.
You're not gonna know this though.
I mean, I know that he's big and clunky.
Is
I
that
hear him
-11?
walking.
Yeah,
Alright.
Oren.
if I know I can't be stealthy, I'm gonna stay here with my sword then.
Oh,
So
I mean,
I won't try
you've
to sneak.
been clanking and clunking your way up through the woods this entire time, so you would have realized you're pretty
I guess as
loud.
we get closer,
Yeah.
like, Oren, why don't you just sit here?
Yeah.
Be with-
I put my bow away and I have my sword out.
Oren takes
Cool.
off his armor made of jingling bells.
Oh, that'd be so.
So you said you're giving us a +5 for it.
A +5, yeah.
Okay, well that just negates my -5. Yay!
Oh, jeez.
Oh no! A 5.
Uh-oh.
Bummer.
Okay.
Well,
I need rolls from everyone,
Yeah, yeah.
so Oren's sitting this out. Caben.
Wait, so
I'm
it's
gonna trip
plus
and
our
fall.
stealth +5?
Yep, plus
Yeah.
your stealth +5 since you're kind of in the woods.
So I'm +11?
Jesus Christ.
If that's what's on your
I am
character
not.
sheet.
Okay. Just making sure I'm doing this right.
Yeah, you are at +6, +5, so +11, 17. All right. Amareth is kind of clanking and jingling along with her scale mail, and you see the orcs kind of turn and start peering into the woods a bit.
Oh, shit.
Open fire!
You hear. You can't actually hear what they're. You just can tell that they're talking and
Yeah, we hear
kind of looking through the woods.
So did she make it over to us?
What do you do, Amareth? Do you keep clanking along?
Unfortunately, I will not, so I don't
Okay.
get us killed.
So you just stop where you're at?
I'm gonna, yeah,
Okay.
perhaps try again later. To get a little closer. There's several people, they can probably handle it.
Okay. You see one of the orcs motion to the other, and one of them climbs down off the tower and starts walking into the woods, peering around.
So I take aim. I take aim at the one in the tower.
At the one in the tower? Okay. Roll a
Yeah.
perception check.
What am I rolling for? Just roll in general.
Roll a perception check. You don't know unless you perceive it.
Yeah, tell me what I mean.
I'm gonna see if you see. Yeah.
Not bad. For no modifier.
15. Do you actually have no modifier, or you forgot it?
No, my wisdom's
0?
pretty crap. I'm pretty stupid.
Okay.
I have pretty poor
Alright.
common sense.
You can see a large curved bone horn on the guy in the tower.
Yeah. I take aim at him with my okay, no, first I'd like to I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I'd like to quickly put my magic weapon oil on my crossbow.
That would be.
Would I know if that do would I know that I do anything?
You got an explanation of the oil,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
so you know that it would improve your weapon's performance.
Cool. So then I quickly do that very quietly and hastily.
Okay. While you do that, your two elf friends are getting a bit spooked by the approaching orc. Actually, shit, he's here. Caben, you were in front with the... I guess you were in front with the two elves.
Yes.
Do you do anything? You see that they're aiming at the guy approaching them in the woods.
The two elves?
Yes.
I guess.
Do
Oh, I don't know who has the horn though, do I?
Nope. Do you do anything?
Yeah, I guess I have my bow drawn, aiming at the guy walking towards us.
Okay.